There are people who are born from the day one as witches. They are born from the stomach of their mother as witches, and there are those who come are trained, or they go to buy the witches for the purposes of what they want to do. A witch who was born a witch, they have the power even to bring down a bird from the air. They have the power to speak anything against you, and anything against your business, anything against your family, anything against your children, and that thing just happens. And then you resort to go to a witch doctor to help you get a baby. So the baby you get, if you have ever gone to a witch doctor and they gave birth to a baby, this baby is not a normal baby, is a spiritual baby. And therefore this spiritual baby is out of the enchantment of charms. The enchantment of witchcraft, the spirit of witchcraft was involved in the production of these babies. Therefore, this baby is a product of witchcraft. Therefore, this baby, from the word go, will grow a witch, because the foundation of the baby is that of a witch. See, our children in the university, instead of them becoming good brains for the use of the society, they become brains that is used to destroy the society. They are recruited in the university, then they are trained to recruit more in the university into the devil worshipping, into witchcraft, and that is now what translates into occultism. Karibu sana wasikilizaji. Ni wasikilizaji kaneado, ni wasikilizaji hapana, ni watazamaji wa Bethel Clouds TV. Hapa ndio nyumbani, hapo ndio kwao, hapa ndio tunapata uhondo wa kila kitu. Now, as I had promised you last year, we'll be having various programs and various discussion. Some of them I will be doing them myself personally, and others will be doing with very many other panelists that will be coming and joining me as we continue. But right now, I'm introducing you to a new program, Understanding Your History. Understanding Your History. Understanding Your History is trying to dig out who are you. I was doing some programs with the Bethel in my church, all about the bloodline issues, the generational curses, and many more things. And all things boil down to you doing a research of yourself. Because most of the challenges that we have in our lives are not just mere challenges. Some of these things are so old. Some of these things are so powerful, and they are so old that you don't just go running over them and trying to do something and saying this can be done, hii inaweza kufanyika leo, hii haiwezi kufanyika. Hapana. Most of the challenges that we are having, may it be spiritual or physical, all of them have a history. And this is history. I want to be able to look at it so that we can be able to be going topic by topic. And for today, I want to start with the topic of the witchcraft. I want just to understand what is witchcraft. From the village I come, witchcraft, it is paraphernalias. You have something imefugwa karatasi, ingine imewekwa kwa kanyugu, ingine imewekwa kwa sufuria, ingine imefuguliwa kwa suruali, ingine imefugiliwa, imechajwa, chanjwa huko imewekwa. All these are perspective. Lakini ukienda Ulaya utapata tena kuna uchawi kule, lakini in a different way. Ukienda Nigeria, uchawi unauzwa mpaka kwenye soko. Hallelujah. Ukienda Cameroon utapata pia uchawi wanauza kwenye soko. Kuna vitu zingine kwetu hapa tunasema hazifai. We cannot be able to use them. We cannot do them. But when you go to other countries, they do them. I was shocked. I went to Cameroon, some parts of Cameroon, and nilikuta huko watu wanakula panya na wanakula monkey, and it's very delicious. It's a very delicious food. Na ziko kule kwa soko, zimewekwa soko, zinauzwa. Nigeria utakuta uchawi, unaambiwa hii inaua mtu within 20 minutes. Hii inafanya mtu anakuwa mwenda wazimu. Hii inafanya mtu, bibi ya mtu atoroke kwake akuje kwako. Hii ni ya kutafuta kazi. Hii ni ya kufuga. Hii ni ya kufanya. Hiyo iko kwa soko. Huko Enugu, wede pali panaitwa Benin State, wote huko utapata mauchawi ni mingi. Ukikuja Kenya tunaficha. tuko ndani tunaficha ficha, tuko nayo kanisani, tuko nayo kwa biashara, tuko, lakini ingine imefugiliwa kwa suruali, ingine imefugiliwa kwa manyonyo huko, ingine imechajwa imewekwa kwa mwili. That is what I want us to discuss and try to know what is witchcraft and why is so dreaded, and how can we come out of it in case you are in this situation, and how do you know that you are under the influence of witchcraft. Before that, I want us to discuss and understand what is the difference between witchcraft and occultism. Witchcraft and what? Occultism. Witchcraft, if I may start with witchcraft, witchcraft is that act, it's original, it's individual, that act that you do. Like now, you carry a charm to do something that you want to do with it, with somebody. You use a charm against an environment, against an individual, against an institution, or against a particular people. Witchcraft is something that is tangible or spiritual. It can be tangible because witchcraft, you can carry it. Like for example, you see this one, where this man has different types of charms. One you can see as he's explaining, this is for, you put into tea. This is a stick that you use for chewing. You can look at it, just as my director is showing you, and they are different. They also use cockerels and the other slaughter goats, that which is not from God but is of a spiritual aspect. It is what we call witchcraft, and it's meant to bring the spiritual destruction, physical destruction, even mental destruction. Not even on that, also property destruction. Because it is witchcraft, it is a chanting, it is spiritual. It is the chanting of words using some paraphernalias as gadgets or tools of witchcraft. Now I think you a little bit we understand. We go to some tribes, they call them Kamote. If you go to Wakamba region, it is Kamote. If you go to Gikoyo region, we call Gedito. If you go to Kisii region, they call it Oborogi. And all this, they all do the same. How do we get this witchcraft? One thing, there are two things. There are two types of witchcraft. In fact, there are three. But I'm going to discuss the manner in which we get into this witchcraft. There are people who are born from the day one as witches. They are born from the stomach of their mother as witches, and there are those who are trained, or they go to buy the witches for the purposes of what they want to do, for the purposes of maybe business attraction. They want to attract people, but both of them, yes, that who was born is somebody that is an altar himself. The one that was born with witches, he doesn't need to have any paraphernalias, he doesn't need to have any charm, he doesn't have to have any stick or any leaf or anything. He himself, he is a tool of witchcraft. And these people are very dangerous. Characteristics of the people who were born, they become witches as young as day one. As immediately they are born, day one they come out with those charms. In our community, the way I come from, the Gikoyo community, to know a modo morogi akana modo mogo, yani the witch, the boy or the girl is born with three small black things. They are like a pebble, 3 of them. That tells you that this is a witch doctor, the traditional witch doctor. So this person will translate eventually as he grows up. He will be taken through the processes of making him, unveiling the spirit that is in him or in her, so that this spirit can work. These people, If for you to know this, how these people, if for example when they were born, they have the 3 pebbles on their hand, they come out holding them, then they are taken by people specialists that knows about them. Once they take, they keep them for the time, for the right time to come and start. That is a time now, many years to come, and maybe immediately this child becomes a funny character, a funny body, a funny somebody that is doing a lot of things around the compound. He can be able to speak as young as 2 years old. He can be able to even walk. He can be able even to just, you touches you or hits you and you have a problem in your life. And as they grow, they got power with their tongue. Whatever they say, it will not come to pass. Like now, a witch who was born a witch, they have the power even to bring down a bird from the air. They have the power to speak anything against you, and anything against your business, anything against your family, anything against your children, and that thing just happens. They will have the power to look, just with shooting their eye, to look at your cow, and your cow dies. They have the power to come and hear your story, that now you have succeeded in life, now you are working, you are doing this, you have a company, you are doing this. They just have the power just to say, so you are so successful, and that's the end of it. And you try coming out of it, nothing will happen. Therefore, this is witchcraft that you are born with. And these people are within our society. We have them. Some of these are your wives. And how do you know these people? They can say anything, and whatever they say shall come to pass. They can stop you from going somewhere. If you refuse to listen to them, you will find something will happen against you. These people will come and see your progress, and they will quip. Just quipping. By quipping, that is it. Everything stops. So many people think that somebody went to Nigeria, somebody went to Ghana, somebody went to Niger, somebody went to Amuganga in Mukambani, or went to Kisii to buy these charms. No. There are people who are born a charm. There are people who are born an altar. And these people, imagine now, you who doesn't know this person is your wife, or this person is your husband, you live in problem forever. How do you know this person is around you? For example, you marry a woman who is a witch, who is an altar, or you marry a man who is an altar, your life starts closing up. Your heavens closes, and whatever you try to do, it will not function. You try to do business, it goes down. Imagine when this person came into your life, maybe you are doing business. Your business was thriving well, was doing very well. You had a nice life, you had a nice things. Everything was working. And the day you get into the life of this person, anything that you are doing stops. You see, if the business, gradually the business goes down. If it is you, the man that marries a woman that is an altar, or a man or a woman marries a man that is an altar, the life, good life, the peaceful life, the life that you are living starts crumbling down. You find people start rejecting you, and things that you used to do with much easy stops, and the rejection automatically starts. Poverty crops in, and more and more you find yourself in isolation. That from now that you find people who are working with you, they start running away from you. And in any case, people that you are your friends, you hear them telling you that whenever they meet you, when they go, they encounter problem, challenges. Wanakutana na mikosi. So this is how you know that whoever that you are with has a problem. That is now, you need now to start investigating this person so that you can be able to understand. And there are another group that you, woman, you have been looking for a baby for quite a long time, like Hannah, and things are not working out. You are told your sperm count is down, and then you resort to go to a witch doctor to help you get a baby. So the baby you get, if you have ever gone to a witch doctor and they gave birth to a baby, this baby is not a normal baby, it's a spiritual baby. And therefore, this spiritual baby is out of the enchantment of charms. The enchantment of witchcraft, the spirit of witchcraft was involved in the production of these babies. Therefore, this baby is a product of witchcraft. Therefore, this baby, from the word go, will grow a witch, because the foundation of the baby is that of a witch. This baby will grow forever and they will become an old person. And once this baby, as he grows or she grows, she turns out to be what that produced him. Just as we look at Jesus Christ was born of the Holy Spirit. And when he grew up at the age of 12, he had started moving up and down to the synagogue and all over, and he had started becoming mysterious because he was not of the flesh of man. He only passed through the womb of a woman, but not a product of a man. Therefore, whatever he was a spirit. The same with what we call the child born of a shrine of the witches. If the result of you coming out is as a result of your parent having visited a witch doctor, then with the product you are a witch. And all that you do in life, if nobody comes in to cut it, to change you, then you will grow a witch, and you automatically. And for these people, the two groups, the one that was born naturally a witch, the one who comes out of the being a product of witchcraft, and the one that buys witchcraft. Wherever they go, if you from Kenya, you go to UK, wherever you go, the person you'll be able to meet around you, you'll be located by them that are of your class. Therefore, that is how we're seeing when you go serve somebody is a Kenyan, but he has gone to America and he's visiting a witch doctor in America. It is not a coincidence. There is an attraction, the spiritual attraction that brings these people and pulls these people together. Therefore, this is in the spiritual realm. That is where I'm going. But there is a power that controls them, a power that locates them, a power that guides them. So wherever they are guided. They have a supernatural power that looks upon them. They have their satellites, they have their gadgets of communication. So you need only to go where you go and activate yourself in the spiritual realm of the demonic nature, the demonic forces. Then you will be located, you'll be connected to where you belong, to the persons that are of your category. And you will be wondering, why are these people following you? They are not following you. They have marked you. They are monitoring spirit. They have marked you. And when you are marked wherever you go, you will still find them. You are employed, you get an employment in America, they will still follow you where you're working. You move from America, you go to Canada, they will still follow you. You get out of Canada, you go to UK, they still follow you. So this thing, just as we call the angel, in the spiritual realm, they coexist. They move and they know. They know who is born today, who is born tomorrow, who was born the other day. And they know what kind of a person. If a child is born today, they are able to know this is our child, this is our product. And they know the actual powers carried by this child. They know where he will go through and what kind of a person he will become tomorrow. What kind of a person he will become after this. What kind of a person and what kind of warfare he will unleash to the people of God. When these people are born, and once they are born, they have a body that monitors them, the body that guides them. They are in levels. They are from junior level going upward. They are in different levels of their life. And in these levels of their life, they have the control according to the rank. There are people who are senior from Italy, from America, from Kenya, and they meet. It is a caucus that meets. And wherever they go to meet, they discuss an issue. Because maybe they will go and meet somewhere in Namibia to discuss about Nairobi. Nairobi, there is a man of God. There is a man of God who is a threat to their kingdom. So, and the people who bring this issue at the board, they are not Kenyans. They are people from Italy. They are people from Spain. They are people from South America. So they have detected, they have known in the spiritual realm, they have understood there is one person in Kenya who is interfering with their waves. So they will go to Namibia and invite some people from Kenyans. Then these people from Kenya, they will go and be told, in Kenya there is a person by this name, by this, and this, he has a kind of a particular ministry. This is what he is doing, and this is what he is doing, and he is after this and this and this and this. Therefore, how? And they will be given, they will be told, this ministry, we want it pulled down. This man, we want him down, we want him dead, or we want to, because he is interfering with what we are doing in the spiritual realm. Remember, this person who is telling these other people is not a Kenyan. He has never been to Kenya, but he know in a particular street of Nairobi there is a man of God, there is a woman of God who is interfering. So they are telling Kenyans who are in Kenya, but they are in the spiritual world of the witchcraft, but they don't know what is happening in Kenya. So just as we have spiritual positioning of in the hierarchy of God, the same it's in the hierarchy of the devil. And therefore, these are different categories of people, different categories of operational things that operate in our society, and they have positions, they grow. How do they do this? When somebody matures enough to become a witch, they are given regions. Like now they have territorial, the commanders who command in a territory. They are called masters. They have a territory. One is given Nairobi, and that is his territory. That is where he commands. That's where he causes accidents, he causes prostitution, he causes drunkenness, he causes people to have drugs. They get into universities. They have power. They're even funded by their colleagues from out there to go into the universities and they recruit the best brains. That's why our children in the university, instead of them becoming good brains for the use of the society, they become brains that is used to destroy the society. They are recruited in the university, then they are trained to recruit more in the university into the devil worshipping, into witchcraft. And that is now what translates into occultism. Occultism is the worship. It is the worship. Now there are those who are witches. They do the witchcraft and everything, but the act of that activity. Now when they come together, they gang together, and they have a common agenda. That is what we call occultism, worship, the kind of worship. And how do they worship? How they worship is a discussion of next time episode. I will be with you. I am your host, Apostle Ndura Waruinge of the synagogue. I love you, and if you have anything to ask, a question, a comment, subscribe, like the page, then leave your comment down there. And if you have anything you need to add on this, anything you want us to discuss about, you can send it on the comment section, then we shall come back to you. Otherwise, for now, I love you, and God is always there for you. Keep safe.